forced all the other channels to follow suit. It's about a documentary by the British Broadcasting Corporation, whose first part was released on the 17th of January and has been called out from London to New Delhi as a hatchet job and agenda-driven propaganda. The reason? The documentary has called India the Modi question, and it claims to examine the role of the then Gujarat Chief Minister in the Gujarat riots. The documentary, in addition to speaking to journalists in India and the UK, also claims to have access to a secret report that was prepared by the British Foreign Office in 2002. Based on a government cable, the documentary says that this Foreign Office report calls the 2002 Gujarat riots ethnic cleansing and blames Prime Minister Modi, who was then the Chief Minister, squarely for this so-called ethnic cleansing. Now, in the first government reaction to this documentary, the MEA has called it nothing more than a motivated hatchet job.
We think this is a propaganda piece designed to push a particular discredited narrative. The bias, a lack of objectivity, and frankly a continuing colonial mindset is blatantly visible. If anything, this film or documentary is a reflection on the agency and individuals that are peddling this narrative again. It makes us wonder whether about the purpose of this exercise and the agenda behind it. And frankly, we do not wish to dignify such efforts.
Now, the MEA has said that this film, which has since been taken off YouTube, is propaganda, comes from a discredited and colonial mindset, and has no objectivity, but is only trying to push a narrative. But that is not all. There are voices being raised against the film all the way from London right here in India. There was an effort to try and raise documentary in the UK Parliament as an example of genocide against Muslims in India, only to be summarily shot down by the UK Prime Minister. Listen.
Mr. Speaker, last night the BBC revealed the Foreign Office knew the extent of Narendra Modi's involvement in the Gujarat massacre that paved the way for the persecution of Muslims and other minorities we see in India today, with senior diplomats reporting that the massacre could not have taken place without a climate of impunity created by Modi, and that he was, in the FCO's own words, directly responsible for this violence. Given that hundreds were brutally killed and that families across India and the world, including here in the UK, are still without justice, does the Prime Minister agree with his diplomats in the Foreign Office that Modi was directly responsible? And just what more does the Foreign Office know of his involvement in this grave act of ethnic cleansing?